So that's the gasification boiler, you know, where you just burn logs at about 1,000 degrees centigrade.
And then you burn the gas.
And that burns the gas in the timber as well. So it takes about, 32 kg of wood in the winter for a fill, and that does all my heating for 24 hours. So that takes there's 1,600 litres of water there, that takes all of that up to 85 degrees centigrade from one burn. And then so literally you come in and you just light it once every 24 hours. And it doesn't stay alight long, maybe 3 hours of burning really effectively. And then it's all run off there. And
that's what you need to put up, is it?
So, and then what I've got also is I've got solar panels connected to it as well. I've got 100 tubes.
Oh yes.
So like today, the top of the tank's at 59 degrees, the bottom's at 50, the middle's at 56 degrees. That's just done by the solar.
The bottom is 39.
Yeah, that's just done by the solar. And I've got one more, because you have to learn on these things. There's just one, when I top up the tank in there, the hot water tank, it sends the cold, you know when it goes through the indirect cylinder,
yeah,
and it comes back here. At the moment it's coming into the bottom of the tank, which is crazy because it's coming back at 50 degrees. So I've just got to change it so it comes into the top, nearer the top of the tank.
In the middle of the tank, so
yeah,
like
because it means when I'm working on solar, I keep heating the whole tank, whereas I only need to heat the top half.
You only need the top half.
Yeah, so there's just a little bit of subtle changing I've got to do.
And you're in for windmills then?
Yet, but that's the next thing I want to do is to do the electric.
We erected one of them down now 40 ago.
Yeah.
That's
what size of one?
3 kilowatt.
Well, that's a nice size, yeah.
That's what it is. But, he's actually working on it these days now, just to get it up and running properly. And he has to put batteries on it.
Yeah.
That's it, to soak up the volume that it's producing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He tried it out there now last week, and with 2 electric kettles going at one time, no problem.
Really?
Boil them. That's it. Would boil it every bit. To boil it faster, he reckoned, than plugging him in inside the house.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm tempted. I have to talk to the neighbours, and I'd have quite, because I'm down this hole. I'd have to put it on top of my hill, so I'd have a certain loss, you know, with the cable coming down.
But he's up on top of the hill now, like his house is like down here, and like.
His windmill's a fair way.
His windmill is up. There's a good bit from the house.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I'm certainly thinking of that, but I'd like to go to the photovoltaic things first to get enough electric to run this system, because there's 5 pumps within here, you know, but they're only 40 watt, aren't they? Most of those circulating pumps, I think. Are they 40? Well, it depends what speed you're on. Most of them are on the slower speed.
Yeah, they're only low voltage anyway.
Yeah,
like
so,
low wattage
anyway. There's not much demand.
But that's what he's doing now. We put in on the floor heating in his house for him, and he's run the underfloor heating and the cylinder and stuff like that. Heat the cylinder, the immersions on the cylinder. That's what he's hoping to do, is to burn up with that, like.
Yeah. Who designed that system? Was this, has he made this up like himself?
It's actually one he bought. That's it. I'm not sure who bought it or where he got it, I'll be honest with you. But this is the first one that has been put up down this part of the world.
Great.
So it is up and running.
Yeah, I'd be fascinated to see it.
You can have a look at it.
I mean, it's just learning. I mean, you know, this is the first one down this part of the world of one of these. But there's a couple of other guys putting them in now, and a slightly cheaper version and things.
The likes it was no BPR's handy to like you. As such.
Yes. So what sort of price range are you talking about for these things?
These are about 12 grand.
And the cheaper version?
Is about 8.
And what's the difference?
Gizmos, more computer thingies, and you know.
Too many gantries.
Helpful computer thingies?
Sorry?
Helpful computer thingies?
Well, I actually find this computer seems...
Too many computer things are not good.
But these are just one chip does the whole thing, so if anything goes wrong you just have to change the chip, so how many things that chip does. But I mean, I'm really pleased with this. I haven't gone to see the other one, but the other guys, I'm trying to think of the few things he was a bit disappointed it didn't do. And this, you know, can cope with the fact that I've got solar coming into it and things like that. It's, you know, It allows you
And is the 12,000, does that include the tank?
that included the tank and everything in there,
Okay.
and the installation, not the joining of this to that.
That's
because I'm
euros,
30
no,
metres.
not sterling.
Yeah,
it's
that's
euros.
euros. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's not bad,
That's
is
not
it?
bad.
It's not
Like.
bad.
It's not, no.
No.
Because like it was, no, like we take out floors out of houses and joists and all that kind of stuff, like.
I mean, builders. The guy who sold me this, I mean, is their lads up here, Nina up there. His father's a builder. I mean, he's never bought any field. I mean, it's just the offcuts that come home from the building
Yeah.
jobs. And I mean, I've just knocked down an old house. I just had to build a new house for the owls, and I've just knocked the old one down. So I mean, I'm not usually burning stuff like that. It's usually all oak and laurel and stuff. So, I
Well,
mean,
oak would burn very well, like.
I-
Give
I
great
mean,
heat.
the difference, if you're burning crap like this, or you fill it up with oak or laurel, I mean, laurel's like coal, burning coal. It's fantastic.
So should we be having, instead of willow plantation, should we be having laurel
Well, it's interesting.
plantations?
You just, I mean, the willow grows up so much faster, but
Well,
Like-
laurel's no slouch,
laurel's
is it?
no slouch, but it's a nightmare to deal with and
Yeah.
to cut it down because it doesn't grow up straight.
No.
It just ties itself into knots. But I think I lost count, but I had about 20 ash boxes in 12 months and burnt about 5 tonne of wood, 5 to 6 tonne of wood.
That's nothing.
It's incredible. 1% ash you get. So, and it's so simple. And last year I didn't have the solar panels on, and I used to fill it every 3 days. That was the size fire I had from there to there. And every 3 days you'd have a fire that big, and that did all your hot water for 3 days. But in the winter, because this is a damp old house.
Most houses are like old houses.
Old houses. I mean, I fill it to the top every 24 hours in the worst of the weather, and that's done all my heating completely. And what I don't understand, it's so easy to light.
Fires up very easy, like.
Just one sheet of newspaper, and you don't even need kindling like this. I usually just put this stuff straight in, and it just goes. Phenomenal. And they actually advertise the fact that it lights itself. It should keep the ash hot, and it should fire up again. But I reckon about a third of the time it does that.
Yeah.
24 hours later it just takes off again. But it is burning. When the flame comes down, it's a downdraft thing. The flame comes down there. It's knowing temperatures pretty well because of the kilns and things. It's about over 1,000 degrees, about 10-15 degrees, I'd say, by the colour.
So how much heat does it give off in here?
Very little at all.
Wonderful.
If you actually noticed, I still haven't unwrapped it. It's amazing that it can get 11,000 degrees in there, and you still.
It's very well insulated.
Yeah, and they're so proud of that. That's where the instruction books came in German. But that's where the instruction book went. So they're confident of the heat thing, but the air's actually drawn down through here. So any heat loss through here is circulated again.
Back into the machine.
So there's no heat loss off it at all, really. So I'm kind of pleased, really.
Well, I would be too if I were you.